Seniors, just 10 daily habits to restore muscle strength like you're 30 again. As we grow older, it becomes increasingly clear that maintaining physical health is one of the greatest challenges. For those of us over 50, it's not just about looking younger, it's about feeling strong, staying independent, and continuing to live life to the fullest. However, one of the most frustrating aspects of aging is the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength, a condition known as sarcopenia. What's more alarming is that muscle loss isn't just about looking frail. It affects your ability to do basic daily tasks, walking, standing up from a chair, or even climbing stairs. Over time, this loss of strength can lead to increased risk of falls, fractures, and loss of independence. But here's the good news. You don't have to accept muscle loss as an inevitable part of getting older. With the right habits, it's entirely possible to not only stop muscle decline but even restore strength and vitality. In this article, we'll explore 10 powerful, science-backed habits that can help adults over 50 prevent muscle loss, maintain strength, and live healthier, more active lives. These habits will not only change your body but transform the way you think about aging. Whether you're aiming to stay active in your 60s, 70s, or even 80s, these habits are for you. Part 1. Understanding muscle loss after 50. What is sarcopenia? Sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength, is a silent and insidious process that begins around the age of 30. By the time you reach your 50s and beyond, this process accelerates, especially if you aren't actively working to counteract it. Sarcopenia affects millions of adults over the age of 50, robbing them of their ability to perform everyday tasks, reducing mobility, and ultimately leading to a diminished quality of life. Without a doubt, muscle loss is one of the most devastating side effects of aging. When you lose muscle mass, it's not just about how you look, it impacts your balance, your metabolism, your posture, and your overall health. The more muscle you lose, the less active you become. The less active you are, the more muscle mass you lose. It becomes a vicious cycle. But here's the key: this doesn't have to be your story. Muscle loss isn't a natural inevitability, it's something that can be prevented or even reversed with the right approach. Part 2. 10 Essential Habits to Prevent Muscle Loss and Maintain Strength. Habit 1. Progressive Resistance Training. The most effective way to combat muscle loss is through progressive resistance training. Also known as strength training, this involves lifting weights, using resistance bands, or even doing body weight exercises. Resistance training places stress on muscles, forcing them to adapt by growing stronger and larger. When you lift weights or use resistance, your muscles undergo a process called hypertrophy, where muscle fibers tear and then rebuild stronger than before. This process is essential for preserving muscle mass, especially as we age. Studies have shown that seniors who engage in progressive strength training can gain muscle mass and increase their strength, regardless of their age. Incorporating resistance training into your routine doesn't mean you need to become a bodybuilder. Start with simple exercises like squats, push-ups, or lunges, and gradually increase the resistance or number of repetitions as you become stronger. Aim for 2 to 3 resistance training sessions per week, targeting all major muscle groups to promote balanced strength. Why it works? As we age, muscle loss accelerates, and the body's natural ability to repair and build muscle slows down. Resistance training counteracts this by promoting muscle growth and repairing damaged tissues. The more you work your muscles, the more they will adapt, becoming stronger and better at supporting your body. Habit 2. Hormetic stress for muscle preservation. Hormetic stress is a fascinating and powerful concept when it comes to preserving strength in older adults. This type of stress involves exposing the body to short bursts of controlled stress, things like cold exposure, heat, or intermittent fasting that actually stimulate beneficial responses in the body. For example, cold showers or ice baths are examples of hormetic stress. They trigger the body's repair mechanisms, increasing the production of hormones that protect muscle mass and boost mitochondria, the powerhouses of the cell. A Finnish study revealed that regular sauna use was linked to 40% less muscle loss in seniors. How to use it? Cold exposure. End your shower with 30 to 60 seconds of cold water to stimulate muscle recovery and reduce inflammation. Sauna sessions. Try to use a sauna a few times a week to promote muscle preservation. Intermittent fasting. Limiting your eating window to 8 to 10 hours can increase muscle cell function by up to 10% in just 12 weeks, without losing weight or sacrificing strength. Why it works? Hormetic stress encourages the body to activate survival mechanisms that protect muscles from breakdown and promote long-term strength. By gradually incorporating these controlled stresses into your life, you can delay the muscle loss that typically accompanies aging. Habit 3. Protein timing for muscle growth. Eating protein is essential for muscle growth, but how you time your protein intake is just as important as how much you eat. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at using protein to build and repair muscle, a phenomenon known as anabolic resistance. The solution is protein timing. Instead of consuming all your protein in one meal, spread it out throughout the day. Aim for 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein at each meal, including breakfast. This will maximize muscle protein synthesis and ensure that your muscles are getting the fuel they need to stay strong. How to use it? Breakfast. Include protein-rich foods like Greek yogurt, eggs, or cottage cheese in the morning. Lunch and dinner. Stick to lean meats, fish, tofu, or legumes to provide your muscles with consistent protein intake. Protein shakes. If you struggle to get enough protein in your meals, consider adding a protein shake to your daily routine. Why it works? Protein timing helps combat anabolic resistance, ensuring that your body can properly utilize protein to build and maintain muscle. Spreading protein throughout the day boosts muscle strength and helps maintain blood sugar stability, which can decline with age. Habit 4. Vitamin D for muscle health. When we think of vitamin D, we often associate it with bone health, but this essential nutrient also plays a critical role in preserving muscle strength. As we age, the body becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight, and many seniors become deficient in this important vitamin. Low levels of vitamin D are linked to muscle weakness and a higher risk of falls. How to use it? Sunlight. Try to get 15 to 20 minutes of midday sunlight every day, if possible. Diet. Include vitamin D-rich foods like fatty fish, fortified dairy, and egg yolks. Supplementation. Many experts recommend supplementing with 2,000 to 4,000 IU of vitamin D daily, especially if you don't get enough sun exposure. Why it works? Vitamin D helps regulate muscle function by activating receptors in muscle cells. Without enough vitamin D, your muscles cannot function properly, leading to weakness and a higher risk of injury. Habit 5. Avoiding chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation, or inflammaging, is one of the most destructive and under-recognized causes of muscle loss in older adults. Inflammation interferes with the signals your muscles need to grow and repair. Over time, it can cause muscle fibers to break down more quickly than they can regenerate. How to use it? Anti-inflammatory foods. Incorporate omega-3 rich foods like fatty fish, turmeric, berries, and green tea into your diet. Good sleep. Quality sleep can reduce inflammatory markers in the body. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of restful sleep per night. Exercise. Moderate daily physical activity is key to reducing chronic inflammation. Avoid over-exercising, which can increase inflammation. Why it works? Reducing chronic inflammation helps protect muscle tissue and supports muscle growth. By maintaining a healthy, anti-inflammatory lifestyle, you'll protect your body from the silent damage caused by long-term inflammation. Habit 6. Isometric contractions. Isometric contractions, where you push or pull against a stationary object without any movement, are another powerful way to build muscle without straining the joints. These contractions trigger muscle-building signals with less risk of injury, making them ideal for seniors looking to stay strong. How to use it? Wall sits. Hold a squat position against the wall for 10 to 15 seconds. Planks. Hold a plank for 10 to 30 seconds to engage your core muscles. Resistance bands. Use resistance bands for isometric exercises like holding a stretch to build strength without straining the joints. Why it works? Isometric exercises provide a safe way to strengthen muscles by targeting muscle fibers without the need for complex or intense movements. They also reduce stress on the joints, making them a perfect option for older adults. Habit 7. Micronutrients for muscle function. Micronutrients like magnesium, creatine, and vitamin B12 play an essential role in muscle function and recovery. Without these nutrients, your body cannot effectively utilize protein or exercise, leading to muscle weakness and slower recovery. How to use it? Magnesium, found in leafy greens, nuts, and seeds. Magnesium supports muscle contraction and recovery. Creatine. Creatine boosts muscle strength and energy production. Consider supplementing with 3 to 5 grams per day. B12, important for nerve health and energy metabolism. Make sure to get enough vitamin B12 from foods like eggs and dairy. Why it works? Micronutrients ensure that your muscles function optimally. Without them, your muscles can't perform at their best, and recovery is slower. Supplementing with the right micronutrients can significantly improve muscle strength and health. Habit 8. Staying active with low-impact exercises. Low-impact exercises like walking, swimming, or cycling help maintain muscle strength and cardiovascular health without overstressing the joints. These exercises are easy to incorporate into daily life and provide a great foundation for muscle maintenance. How to use it? Walking. Try to walk for 30 minutes a day to stay active. Swimming. Swimming is a full-body workout that is gentle on the joints. Cycling. Regular cycling helps build leg muscles and improves cardiovascular health. Why it works? These activities keep muscles engaged while reducing the risk of injury. They also promote better circulation, which is essential for muscle recovery and growth. Habit 9. Staying hydrated. Hydration is critical for muscle health, as dehydration can lead to fatigue, muscle cramps, and decreased performance. Drinking enough water helps transport nutrients to muscles and flush out toxins, which supports optimal muscle function. How to use it. Drink water. Aim for at least 8 cups of water daily. Hydrating foods include fruits and vegetables like cucumbers, watermelon, and oranges in your diet. Electrolyte balance. After exercise, replenish electrolytes with drinks like coconut water. Why it works. Hydration is necessary for muscle performance, recovery, and overall health. Staying hydrated helps muscles contract and relax properly, preventing cramping and weakness. Habit 10. Mental and cognitive exercise. The connection between mental and physical health is more profound than many realize. Cognitive exercises not only help keep the mind sharp but also preserve the neural pathways that control muscle movement. Engaging in mental activities like puzzles, learning new skills, or playing memory games can directly impact your ability to stay strong. How to use it. Puzzles. Engage in activities like crossword puzzles or Sudoku to challenge your brain. Learning new skills. Try learning a new instrument, language, or hobby. Memory games. Play memory games to improve cognitive function and strengthen the mind-muscle connection. Why it works. Maintaining mental sharpness is key to preserving muscle function, as the same neural networks that control thought also control movement. A sharp mind helps keep your body moving efficiently and safely. Conclusion. The idea of losing muscle strength as we age is no longer a foregone conclusion. By incorporating these 10 habits into your daily routine, you can prevent muscle loss, maintain strength, and live a vibrant, active life. From resistance training and proper protein timing to managing inflammation and staying hydrated, these habits are not just for the young but for anyone who wants to live life without the limitations of muscle weakness. Start today, adopt just 1 or 2 of these habits and see the difference they can make in your life. Aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. With these science-backed practices, you can become stronger, healthier, and more independent than ever before.